working.
Oh well, cheerio for that. By the way, your Irish accent was not really on the spot, was it?
No. I'm not too good at the Irish one.
Yeah, I think the stream's working. I can hear myself.
Yeah, it's on now. Good.
Yep.
All right, there we go. They should be able to hear us. Right. So we got Skylord Crazy in here. Zomaga, hello. Anybody else in here? Shout out. How you guys doing? Happy Friday from Copybugpaste. This is our Friday dev live stream. We got some good stuff lined up, some information sharing, and also some good news, I think, going into the weekend here. So I've got Fizikov here from the dev team. How's it going, Fizikov?
Hey guys, it's going good. How are you?
Hey, you're not mad at me yesterday for it was Dovikin's idea to do that picture.
No, it wasn't, you liar.
So it was you, Dova. Man,
You little liar.
I was just sitting behind the computer, and Ignis was saying, like, dude, check this out. I'm like, check what out? I'm looking at the left bottom corner. I'm seeing myself. It was like, what? You had me there, man.
You know what would have been better though is next time if we ever do something, I have to convince you guys. If I could have got you on Skype with webcam and then stuck your real face in there, and we could have been talking back and forth. You could have been like my little baby I was holding.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like literally, the picture was like you tickling his beard, like tickle, tickle.
Yeah, you had me there, man.
Yeah, that was fun. All right, you know I was just messing with you, man. You get me back next time.
I'm sure we will.
I had to get in the spirit, for St. Patrick's Day. I thought of that at the last minute, like, oh, it's St. Patrick's Day. We got to have a little fun with this. We also got Mr. Dovikin in here. How you doing, sir?
Doing good.
Good. And
It's Friday.
I think Colin, are you in here yet? Must not be. Colin's going to join in. He's our moderator in Discord, and he also helps us out with the Twitch streams as well. Hopefully he jumps in here soon. All right, guys, I'm going to I think we're going to get started. It's close enough to 11 o'clock. I'm going to kind of go over, I hate to use the word agenda, but I guess it kind of is the agenda for today. The other, Igneous and Nevada are going to join us here in a little bit, right?
Yeah, they're going to join us in the next, I think, 15 minutes or something like that.
Okay. But basically what we're going to talk about today, guys, is this new update that's coming out, the new parts. We're also going to maybe share a little bit about even like the update coming out after that. We are going to go over the community suggestions that were submitted in Discord. Also going to go over a couple other things. Competition, Discord. We're going to show again the new parts that are coming out. You can actually see that some of them on the screen. We'll talk about these new parts and also the other changes coming in the next update. We might be able. Are we going to be able to talk about multiplayer today, Fizikov?
Yes, about multiplayer, sure thing. We can give some insights on that one.
Okay, so we'll talk a little bit about multiplayer, and at the end, if we got some time, I'm sure we will. We'll take some Q&A from the live chat as well. And that'll wrap it up at the end. If there's enough excitement, maybe I got a key that's burning a hole in my pocket. We'll do a little key giveaway, and we'll go from there. Okay, so let's jump into it. I think first we're going to talk about. Well, let me do a little quick reminders here. Let me first start off with Discord. Actually, the event. So, just a reminder, guys, we got this event going on. It is I'd say like a really broad, general type of event. We've got all these different categories: land vehicle, air vehicle, sea vehicle, and a transformer vehicle, and then a new parts vehicle. We do have some submissions, but you got till the 31st. If we have to extend the time, enough people want to do that, we will do that. But definitely load your vehicles up in this thread. Put which category it's going to go into, and then put the link to the vehicle in the workshop, okay? And you can submit more than one per category. So if you want to submit 3 land vehicles and 1 sea vehicle, go for it, okay? Let's see what else here. I want to show you guys also Discord as well. I just want to say to everybody in the Discord community, we're up to about 230 something members. Nevada finally, I don't know what convinced him. I think he finally joined the community. I think he actually signed up.
Well, the thing there is he is not the biggest fan of like making accounts, but for Homebrew obviously does. So he didn't mind it. I think it was just like he logged in, and first time he had an issue with the email address, but it got fixed, so it wasn't a problem.
Okay, awesome.
And he loves Discord, of like his own online all the time, I guess.
Yeah, well,
Probably most of you seen.
and I hope you guys, I hope you guys appreciate that. I know, I mean, as a person who plays this game and as a gamer, I mean, you're not going to find a lot of games out there now where you actually kind of can be in a community like this, and the devs actually show up and are in here interacting like almost like 24/7. I mean, usually there's one of you around helping people out, just BSing with people, and you just don't see that a lot. So I think that's an awesome thing for a dev team to be doing. And the other part is just that the community's been real positive. I love that, and people aren't bashing each other. People are having fun. They're helping each other, and I think it's awesome. So if people have questions about the game, whatever, steer them towards this Discord, guys, because this is where they're gonna get their questions answered the quickest. So, all right, let's see. Let's go ahead and we'll move on now to next update. So I'll bring up the game, and so they can see the parts. And if you want to start talking about the parts, go for it, and I can show them the parts and anything else you want to talk about.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So, which one would you like to start with?
Why don't we start? Well, I guess the easiest, probably the biggest on the screen right now, is the blimp.
Yeah. So the blimp. Well, we remember in Homebrew 13, a lot of people have been building some crazy vehicles with those. So basically, sometimes you just need that extra lift because like hot air balloons won't do the job. You have different ways to do it, but the blimp comes in handy, especially when you have like objects weighing up to 9 tons. So you can build all kinds of vehicles, like the combat vehicles in the future, but for now, just vehicles for exploration. The biggest challenge will be, however, the controllability. So you'll have to build a steering system for it separately. Like in Homebrew 13, you had, for example, the blimp tail fin, but this isn't the case here. So you will have to do it with wings, for example.
And actually, when I streamed yesterday, there is a blimp vehicle someone made. They did add those tail wings at the back.
Yeah. So you can make all kinds of steering systems. You can also use rockets or other engines to do it as well. But the wings will come in most handy for the occasions, though.
And yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to.
Well,
yeah.
No, go ahead, man.
I was just going to show these guys, just so you know what I'm showing them. I don't know if you're watching the stream, but when I streamed the other day, the blimp, would float away. I want to make sure people know that is fixed.
And yeah, so
yeah.
The issue there was that the blimp was colliding with the camera, so that has been fixed since that stream. It shouldn't be present anymore, but if it is, it would be great if we would notice it right away.
No, it worked fine. I just spawned it, and it's good to go.
All right.
Okay. Any more on the blimp, or do you want to move on to the next one?
Well, especially what we want to see is a lot of vehicles that are kind of auto-stabilizing, for example. So it would be awesome to see more blimps in the future and to see what people are going to build with that. Or suggestions on things that we can change on the blimp would also be very well appreciated.
Okay.
Basically, the more feedback we get on the blimp from outside, the better. But well, the basic idea is just that you can, as long as you take into account that you have the 9-ton margin, then you will kind of have the basic idea of what you can do with it. Okay. It's the steering mechanisms, though, that we can use more feedback on.
Yeah, like the one I flew yesterday, I think it was yesterday, when I streamed. One thing I didn't notice, there was a lot of roll to it. So, I mean, they did have the ability to turn left and right and kind of go up and down. but there was noticeable roll, with the blimp. So I don't know if that's because they didn't put enough ballast down at the bottom to keep the bottom straight. I don't know how you'd get around that.
Well, there are different ways you can you have to see that the distribution is correct. So basically what we do most of the time, we try to make sure that we hit the 9-ton mark approximately.
Okay.
And then just see how it handles from there on. But the first thing that you have to keep in mind is that you have your weight distribution correct, and that you build it to up to a certain level of weight. Weight is actually the trick to balance a lot of things. You can also use, like, for example, rotators to stabilize it on the go. But most creative solutions will eventually come from the community. So that's why we're expecting to see what kind of things come out of there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so some things from the chat right now. Customizable blimp paint job. Also, a second smaller blimp for smaller builds, which I'll add into that. Would there ever be the possibility for a scalable blimp where you actually could scale the blimp like the fuel tank? Any thoughts about that?
Well, basically, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the paint job and then scalability of the blimps.
Well, basically, what you can do with the scalability. Eventually, our goal is to have as many builders as possible. So not only for the blimps, we also want to have a builder for the wings as well. But we'll probably also add like a smaller blimp before the builder is ready. When it comes to paint jobs, I think that it is best to mention that instead of having multiple presets that you can select, that you will have something like a paint tool, which we have mentioned earlier on, and then you can go on from there on.
Awesome. I want to make sure people caught that, because to me that's going to be incredible. So down the road, just so I make sure I got it clear, and these guys have it clear watching that, basically like a building area where you could build custom wings, or you could build a custom blimp. Is that, did I hear that right?
Yeah, so that's eventually the goal. We want to move towards this system where we build the tools, and that players have more control over how their wings look or how their blimps look. So that's eventually the goal, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so I've got some other parts lined up here. Why don't we take on one that I think a lot of people are excited about? And I know I had one question about this, and maybe you could explain it, but it is the passenger seat. So I've got some passenger seats deployed here. I've got one on this vehicle I made the other day. And when you talk about it, could you also talk about in the tuner now, I'm bringing up the tuner, on the bucket seat, there appears to be a new output. It says steer, and then there's something that looks like is seat. So could you include that in like the discussion about the passenger seat?
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay.
And also on a hindsight, I think Oleg has joined us. So
Okay.
Yeah,
can you hear him?
I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I hear you just fine.
All right. Yeah. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Sorry for the delay.
Well, basically for the passenger seat, the idea is that we'll be re-including Homebrew multiplayer in the future. So it wouldn't be nice to have only the seat with the steer and things on it, and that's why we decided to bring it already in with this update, since it wasn't the biggest fix for us as well. And the is seated property, the thing is, on the previous stream, the name of the property output didn't kind of fit the box, so there, you were able to read is seat, but actually this is seated, which means that if you, for example, enter a vehicle,
Okay.
And you have that property hooked up to an engine or something,
Okay.
you could have like auto starting engines and things like that.
Okay, so if I hook that up to the actual, let's see, I've got an engine hooked up here, my F-119 Vector thrust jet engine. So if I hook that up to, well, I guess that engine doesn't have an activate, does it? What else I got here? Gas turbine, that doesn't either. So, but if I threw in like a regular engine, like the car engine, let's get that real quick. It's the simple Falcon 6. I just want to make sure people see this because I wasn't sure about this. All right, I'm going to stick this on this vehicle here. Okay, so we got an engine in there. I'm going to go back to the tuner. Simple Falcon 6. So basically, I could take this bucket seat and I could hook up is seated to activate.
Yep.
And so when I get in, it would start up. Oh. All right. Let's see. That is okay. So that worked. That worked. Awesome. All right.
Thank God.
Yeah, I know. No pressure. I know. No pressure. Let me turn it off now because now I've got an engine going.
Welcome, Nevada.
There we go. Hello. All right. So, okay. One thing Gung Ho is saying in there is would be cool in the future if you could give weapon control to the passenger seat. And I'm thinking they're thinking the future for multiplayer.
Excuse me, I didn't catch that last one.
That in the future, will that passenger seat have any outputs in it where, let's say they wanted to give them control to a machine gun or something else, will the passenger seat eventually have the ability to control some things?
That is actually already made for that, so you will be able to have different seats for different controls. That is already taken into account.
Oh, there it is right there. See, last time I used this, I didn't see the module for it. So just so you know, Gung Ho, I'm looking at the screen right now. I'll zoom in. So the passenger bucket seat, here's the module for it. And it does have activate, throttle, steering. You can add functions to the passenger bucket seat. So you are set on that. Awesome. All right. Okay. We ready to move to the next part?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. How about the big old beautiful battery pack? Looks like the same one from HB13, but it looks prettier.
Yeah, so with the battery pack, the main idea is that you have 12 batteries that are hooked up in parallel. So what that means is that you will have an output voltage of 12 volts, but that the lifespan itself of the pack will be about 12 times that of a regular battery.
Okay.
So you could kind of say if you would hook up a lamp or a light, for example, onto one battery or onto the battery pack, with the battery pack you would have it for 12 times as long. You would have light.
But still 12 volts.
Yeah, so the total output voltage is 12 volts.
Okay. All right. I'll check the chat, see if there's any questions. I don't know if Collins showed up yet. Collins, you in here? No. Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, guys.
Oh, good. Hey, can you just kind of watch the chat? We are just kind of, if some questions pop up about what we're showing, just holler out and we'll try to answer them, okay?
Yeah, will do.
All right, great. And just so you guys, Colin, like I said earlier, is our moderator from Discord and longtime fan of Homebrew. He's here to help also with the chat on Twitch. So appreciate it, Collins.
No problem.
All right. Okay, so next part is we've got this turbine engine. The Jekyll, is that what it's called?
Yeah. Yeah, so turbine engine, I think it's best if Nevada explains this for a second because he knows the most about it.
Okay.
Hey guys. Do you hear me?
Yep, you're good.
Yes, yes.
Alright. Okay, so the gas turbine engine is basically like a jet engine, but it outputs to a drive shaft instead of just giving you forward thrust. So we can use these for driving propellers, cars, boats, basically whatever that that needs a drive shaft as an input.
Okay, I've got it up on the tuner right now, and I did hook a couple things up to it. But I'm noticing, so on the output, we got drive shaft, is ignited, internal, and then power.
Yeah. So is ignited just means if it's ignited or not. So it will output a 1 if it's ignited and a 0 if it's not yet ignited.
Okay. And
But
what's the
you,
power for? This is the power to power a power something else or something?
yeah, so it has an internal electrical engine, so it uses that to spin up to about 50%, 15% of its maximum RPM, and then the fuel starts to take over. So the thing ignites basically, start to burn, and then bump up the RPM even more.
Okay. Now,
So what you basically need to do is just hook up something to activate it to its spin up input, and then use the clutch as throttle.
all right, I'm spinning it up right now. I can actually hear it firing up. Let me get a little closer to it. One question I had is, I think when we showed an image of it, here we go, there was a propeller on the front. Are we able to put a propeller on this?
Not directly on the part, but you just hook it up to a propeller hub.
Okay. And then connect it on the output to that propeller hub?
Yep.
Okay.
Just like wheels or
Okay.
using other engines for propellers.
Oh, the engine's starting to turn red here.
Is Tommy's
That
mic
means
working
that
now?
it's ignited.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's working.
Okay, a question from Gung Ho. Drive shaft, does that mean it connects to the wheels?
Yeah, it can connect to the wheels. It's crazy overpowered for cars though.
Okay. All right. Anything else about the turbine? I don't know if there's. I think we'll see if any questions pop up. It looks awesome. When I first put it on, I couldn't figure which way to point it. I didn't know.
Well, that doesn't really matter.
It doesn't. Yeah, because there's no thrust coming out the back, right?
No, we don't have thrust coming out of the back.
Okay. This is just another alternative engine to power a vehicle.
Yeah, the cool thing is that you can just have it on all the time and then extract torque from it as you go.
Okay.
So you can just leave it activated, leave it ignited on the airplane, and then just extract just enough torque to get you going.
Okay. That's awesome. Like a lot of torquage in my vehicles. Okay. All right. Let's see. Gung Ho says higher gear ratio. I was referring to the.
Oh, that was referring to my comment about
Okay.
people trying to slow their cars down.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually been fixed. So we can now use gear ratios of, let's say, 0.01, and it will result in your car only going to about 30 kilometers an hour or something. So this is where it used to jitter and bug out. It's now stable.
Oh, okay. So that's a big fix for the transmission, and that'll help a lot of
Yeah,
people.
definitely. So that last car I made, it in first gear, it only goes to about 60 kilometer an hour. So that wasn't really easy to do in the previous version.
Mm-hmm. So if you downshift quickly, you could be eating the windshield.
Yeah, well, you do slow down now when you down
Okay.
gear.
We don't need to add seatbelts, do we, to the vehicles? We're good.
No, not yet.
No seatbelts. All right. Okay, so
Yeah,
next
my mic
part
working?
we got is this wing set, and the official title is SU34 wing set, and this includes also some front wings as well. And I've got them hooked on this vehicle here. If you guys want to talk about this, it's a beautiful looking wing set, so, and big.
Yeah, that's the main thing that those wings are. They're just huge, and that's because the Su-34 is actually a bomber plane.
Okay.
So that plane is built to carry about 40 tons of uh, missiles and bombs and whatever you got. So that's why it has this big ass wingspan. Now
Right.
the main wing, the biggest wing, has a fuel tank built in. So that's gonna help out with
Oh, really?
some space for extra weaponry instead of fuel tanks.
There's a.
Yeah, and the extra flap itself too will also give more control. So that wing has a lot of advantages if you compare it with some uh, other wings that are already in game. But thing is that it won't fit all the jobs since it is quite big already.
So there's a connector then for fuel, or is it really just built in the wing?
Well, you don't see the fuel tank, so what you do is just go to the tuner,
Mm-hmm.
and then you will find a fuel tank in there.
Okay. Oh, geez. Sorry, guys. I started playing around with vehicles. Sorry. And just so you guys know, the vehicle that I think Nevada, did you build it? Is it Spike?
Yeah, that's one of mine.
Is this the one though that has the improved kind of handling?
Yeah,
Yeah, here it is right
yeah.
here.
So I used to use simple gearboxes only because I knew that car transmission was a bit bugged, and this is actually the first car that uses transmission. Well, that I made that uses transmission.
Okay. Yeah, I think I drove this in the live stream the other day, and it definitely handles really nice. And I definitely like the jet, the rocket on the back.
Oh
Pretty
yeah,
awesome.
it just has to have that.
Yeah. All right, let's see. I think that's all the new parts that are coming in this next update, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
pretty much.
well, I think the only one that is also maybe worth mentioning is like the supersonic propeller. I think we forgot that
Right,
one.
right. So propellers got a bit of an update behavior-wise.
Okay.
Um, the thing with the propellers was like if they glitch out, it's because of too high force or too high velocity. So what turns out is that propellers, when they spin supersonic speed,
Mm-hmm.
they lose like 90% of their thrust.
Okay.
This is what happens in real life, so we kind of put that into the game and also made some kind of effect so you know that the blades are actually spinning supersonic. But you also have a supersonic propeller, and that one can handle the high velocity RPM. So if you target the propeller to go like really, really high RPM, you should use a supersonic propeller. If you want to use a normal plane that doesn't reach supersonic speed, then use a regular propeller.
Okay. Is there a different sound with the propeller too? I flew a vehicle in the stream of the day. It sounded actually different, or am I totally getting that wrong?
Yeah. So in real life, what how it sounds like is you get this buzzing sound over when the propeller starts to spinning too fast, and
Okay.
that's basically what we made in the game too. So you can actually hear the shift go to supersonic and also enjoy the effect.
Okay.
Um, Now, I saw the stream the other day, and there was like this plane that didn't have enough power to fly off, right?
Right. Right. It was the Corsair with the wings that transformed. They went up.
Yeah. Well, that's because he probably built it before we changed the propeller forces. So that propeller was basically spinning way too fast to ever get off the ground.
Okay. Yeah, it's a beautiful. I just spawned it. It's a beautiful looking plane, and I think he commented in Discord that he's uploaded a new version now that does work. So
Yeah, that. Well, I think it would work a lot better with a supersonic propeller.
yeah, I'm sure it will. Um, What other? Since we're talking about the update that's coming up, we talked about the parts. Is there other parts of that update that you want to talk about before it comes out? I mean, we'll do a dev blog, so everybody can see all the detail. But anything else you guys want to highlight for that update, which is going to be coming out very soon? Wink, wink.
Well, definitely, definitely the electric motor. We just need the electrics and the smaller parts, because well, I know most people like to build these small small agile vehicles instead of these huge vehicles. So electrics will come in very handy. We are also planning like some submarine parts,
I
maybe.
love you.
You know that mini submarine with the huge glass dome,
Yeah,
like the ball cockpit.
I
Well,
love that.
that's
Yeah.
that's kind of the design we're going for.
And is that going to be airtight then? Is that or some other feature?
Well, it will the water will go through it like
Okay.
visually, but you won't drown.
Okay.
And yeah, there's something like in the old home we had the detachable parts, something that we're looking into right now also as well. Though it is not sure if we'll make it in the next updates. There's a good chance though that they will be back sooner than expected.
Okay. Yeah, so we got this update coming out very soon, which is going to include these parts, and so we're kind of talking about like the update after that. And so, in that next update, are we thinking it's going to be more again focused on adding more parts into the game?
Yeah, definitely. So all parts are definitely not back. So we'll do some more first, and then we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Next step would be multiplayer, of course.
Well, let's just transition to that. I know everybody's just chomping at the bit to talk about multiplayer, to play multiplayer, and I keep putting pressure on the devs, guys. You guys should owe me like cookies and milk or something. I I put the pressure. I said, hey, let's maybe we could talk a little bit about multiplayer. During this dev stream. So I think you guys are going to do that. Maybe, if I don't know if you want to talk about like design change, maybe at a high level, is it going to look different than HB13? If so, what does that mean? I don't know if you guys want to kind of talk about some of that stuff. I know people would really appreciate it, and I know they're excited for multiplayer.
Well, design-wise, in the beginning, when it first gets released, will probably look a lot like HB13, but
Okay.
hopefully with more maximum players. So a big disadvantage of Homebrew 13 was that the vehicles weren't really optimized, which now they are. So that should give more. Players in one server.
And you guys
Also, a big change is
a number. We don't actually have a number.
It will depend on the vehicles also as well a little bit, and the player, yeah, indeed.
Well, we have to test first before we can give you a number.
Also, another small change that is probably pretty insignificant, but port forwarding, that'll change as well. We've tested around with a couple of auto port forwarding libraries, and we found one that finally works as expected, instead of like only having a 20% chance of working. So hopefully a lot of people won't have to port forward anymore to host a server.
And like before, are you guys gonna run some servers on there, kind of like 24/7?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Awesome. I would turn to the chat. Anybody got any questions about the multiplayer? You could throw them in the chat. Even if we kind of move on to something else, we'll come back to it. I'm just out in the ocean right now in a kayak, just so you guys know. Someone made a kayak. I just thought it was so creative. I would have never thought of that. And they made the oars actually move. I just thought it was really.
I wonder if it would work if he like made the pedals out of wings.
Oh yeah. Do you guys see it?
I have only just seen this.
I mean, and when you sit in it, you almost get like motion sickness. Like I get like seasick if I sit inside the. But that is awesome.
I gotta go and download that.
Yeah, you got to get that.
But you'd expect it to roll over, but it doesn't.
No. Are we gonna ever add sharks to the game? Stranded deep.
I don't know about sharks yet.
No sharks.
Would be funny though.
It would be.
Are you
Just
afraid?
wait until multiplayer. People will make sharks.
They'll make mechanical sharks.
Exactly.
We had a shark in HB13.
We have a shark in 14 as well.
Did someone make a shark? I haven't made one yet. I was gonna make one. I haven't made it yet.
It's somewhere on the screenshots. At least it looks like a shark. I could be completely wrong, and it could be like a car or something, but it looked like a shark.
Now, one thing I think this has been asked about before. We'll move into the suggestions here, the through Discord next. But when I jumped in this vehicle the other day, and I think you guys actually have answered this before, but it's going to ask you again in case we got some new people here. Is well, you can see on the side, the builder of this vehicle added a ladder, and which you actually can move, which I think is cool. But you guys said there is some challenges with making ladders for the game, right?
Yeah. First challenge is make the vehicle so that you can walk on it.
Right.
Yeah, and then we can have ladders. So first we have to find out some way so we can make aircraft carriers and stuff and actually walk onto the thing.
Okay. Yeah, because right now when I get, I'm on a boat. When you get out of like the cockpit, you really can't. You can't walk around your vehicle at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, there's need to be a lot of extra dynamics going on to make that stuff work.
Okay. All right. You guys want to move into the community suggestions Q&A?
Yeah, sure, man.
All right. I'm actually going to pull it up on my screen for those of you who like to read along. You will be able to actually see the questions. I'm going to bring those up right now. There they are. And we'll go through those. All right. Let's just start with the first one here. I think this first one already was answered, but I put it on there. And basically, this was from Euro Trucker. And it was about multiple monitors, laptop connected to a TV. And I think, Ignis, you already responded, says you really could do that. So I don't know if you want to clarify for them how to do that or if that's still an issue.
I think he means like support for 2 screens, like on your PC, not in Homebrew.
Right.
So that would be just hooking up your second screen.
Well, and doing a small change. By default, if you connect a second screen, it gets the properties of a second screen. But NVIDIA and AMD, they both have features that you can run both screens theoretically as one.
Okay.
And if you do it like that, I think NVIDIA calls it a virtual surround, something like that.
Yeah.
If you enable that, you can run Homebrew on like 6 screens.
Right. Yeah,
because we played around with that, and we had 3 screens, all using like to render Homebrew. The field of view acts a little bit weird because games aren't really designed for that kind of aspect ratio.
Right.
But it does work.
That's the same as you're talking like iFinity for AMD.
Yeah.
Yep. I want you guys to make note of that. I actually knew something. Put that down somewhere.
What's the date today? It's March 18th.
Thank you, Jesus.
Hanging it, post it on the wall now.
Maybe Jesus. Put it next to the picture.
Yeah, maybe we should make a picture of it.
Oh, I just started with you, Fizikov. The rest of those guys, they're in my sights too.
Oh,
So.
hell no.
No.
Hell no.
I'll send you some sexy Dovahkiin pictures, man.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I want some so bad. Okay. All right. Next is skeleton. I love this one. Suction cups, and I think they thought people would think it's crazy. He said, "Yeah, that's right. Suction cups. It'd be cool to like shoot one onto the bottom of the bridge and then swing on it." He says, "Kind of dumb, but still seems fun." And then it says something for remote control so you can make RC stuff and have a camera on it.
That's a big part because that's not only a suction cup, that's also a sling and a rope and, well, a suction cup. But yeah, it would be fun, but it's kind of hard to make.
Right.
Like depends, like what the um how do you say, what the total idea is of the thing. You have to break it down in pieces and look at everything and see what's possible.
Okay. All right. So that's a tough one, but we've made note of suction cups. I love that.
Well, if you just have a rope and something that pins to the whatever it touches,
Yeah.
you kind of have a suction cup sling.
Well, I think that's what he means.
Yeah.
I think because here's the deal.
We've talked about it before, I think.
Yeah.
Like a grappling hook launcher.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because think in multiplayer, you know, guys coming at you, you know, you're dog fighting, you bail out. I'm thinking like Just Cause 3 here, you know, then you shoot the grappling hook and you know, reel yourself into his vehicle, you plant the C4, then you bail off with your jetpack.
Dude, just have like
That
a
sounds
giant
so
rocket
impossible.
with an array of grappling hooks, and you just fire, connect as many as you can, and then fire off the rockets.
Yeah. I love it. Okay. You see, that was a great suggestion. Got us really all talking about it. Next is skeleton. I think it was supposed to be conveyor belts, like for tanks or some sort, which could add a lot of detail instead of having a bunch. So basically, you know, like we're making homemade tank treads right now out of wheels. You know, will we see the future actual like treads? We could use like construction vehicles, tanks, those kind of things.
Well, I think it means tank tracks more specifically. But eventually, our goal is to have, like with the wings and the same things for the blimps as well, like to have a builder where you have the possibility to make your custom things that involve, like for example, tank trucks as well. But it is something that we will be doing down the road probably.
Okay.
So it's just a matter of time before it gets added because we as well would like to build realistic tanks and other things that use conveyor belt systems as well.
Okay.
I did see a nice simulation though lately in Unity about tank tracks. It was like normally only the wheels have collision, right? Only the wheels go up and down, and the tank track in between just goes like to the height of the wheel. But this one was actually like made the tank track itself was like physical, so you could have like a huge space between your wheels and then have the tank track still climb over stuff.
So, but it's
Was
definitely
that in a game or what?
Now it's just an example like of a Unity package.
Oh,
So you
that's neat.
can mess around with it if you find it. It's not so hard to find.
all right. We'll buy it. That's a done deal.
Yeah.
Buy it.
Well, then you have to implement it, Shake.
Oh, I thought you just buy it and then like you just like hook it up. You just stick it in and
Yeah, just drag and drop it and it works, right?
is that that's how you did it? Drag and drop that baby.
Well, we changed the name first, but
I wish.
yeah.
Because there might be conflicts, you know?
Oh man, it's drag and drop. I need to build a game. All right, let's see here. Finley Norris. This is a big long one, but I think it's all about the you know, basically. I think Colin might want to talk about this too. Is a smaller version of rotators. And for hinge,
Yeah.
doors, bonnets, wipers, they want smaller rotators. And yeah, I think that's the gist of it. They don't want
Something that is basically just like kind of the same shape as like the hemi joint rotator, but just like two cubes, kind of separated by a short cylinder or something. And one of those cubes rotates, whereas on the hemi joint it pivots.
Well, we have the hemi joint.
So that way you don't have all those big parts sticking off the side where the mounting
What
cubes
if we
are.
just make the hemi joint like add an axis of rotation?
And smaller.
So,
I think they want it small. They want it like
even
so
smaller.
Yeah, really small.
Yeah.
Like
it's
like 3 cubes
three
long.
blocks.
Like
Dude, it
Yeah,
is
three
cubes
blocks
long
long.
right now.
1 cube.
The hemi joint.
the hemi joint.
Yeah, it's 3 cubes long.
Oh yeah, why not just make that one pivot too? That'd be perfect.
Why not invisible?
yeah,
Buy a new part.
if you could make the hemi joint spin or rotate or whatever on the other axis, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be like the ultimate servo thingy.
Okay, so
Yeah, that would simplify things.
Well, maybe we can get it down to 1 block.
Nah.
That would be weird.
what about 2 blocks?
Yeah, just like one of the faces on the block pivots.
Why not just make it half the size of a block? Or 1/4.
And then make one side active, like the connecting side. That would be the side
Yeah.
that would work. Did you guys just get that? That was my second idea of the day that made sense. I mean, I don't know. If it's
You're on a roll today, man.
I don't know what happened. Did I have a long sleep last night? I mean, I don't know. What happened. Okay, I don't.
Just smashing home runs everywhere.
Okay, Skeleton says, I have a different idea. It uses air, also a submarine, okay, air pumps, air storage that can hold air, and when you're underwater, you can transfer the air from the pump into the storage, and then sub will start to float up. So kind of a bilge system.
Adjustable buoyancy pontoons.
Yep.
Kind of things. Yep. Well, that's basically on the way. Because we're building the cockpit of that little submarine, and it has like these 2 tanks on the side. So we basically made that piece as well.
You guys are awesome. You don't have to tell people you did that for me, but I know you did. Skylord Crazy
just
wants
coincidence
to know.
shake.
Yeah, Skylord Crazy wants to know what I'm taking because he wants whatever it is. Just contact me on Discord. I'll fill you in later. We'll do it.
He doesn't remember what you were like after your shoulder surgery.
I still got a bunch of those little happy pills left. Don't worry about that. All right. Okay, compass. And it looks like a lot of people, yeah, I want a compass. They want something that looks cool.
You already have a compass?
Yeah, but they're saying they want a part, like they could stick it in their vehicle, like a boat or a jet. And it would be
like a physical compass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And that's not that hard to make.
Oh.
Okay.
Like a needle, for example, or really digital?
Well, I was thinking in 3D.
Screen-wise digital.
Yeah, that would be cool too.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Skeleton, your idea got, and I am the Magic Man here, and Steven and Mini Pop. Maybe we'll see a compass in the future. Okay, I am the Magic Man says, what about symmetrical mode? We've talked about that quite a bit. I know we've worked on that. Any progress on building in symmetry?
No progress in there. But we will be keeping it for after multiplayer. Otherwise, it's just gonna take too long.
Okay.
For multiplayer.
Yeah, we don't want to hold that up.
Yeah, so it's been put on hold basically for now.
And guys, there's some tricks around that a little bit. I mean, you can shape one side of your vehicle like with a skin, a plate, and then you can detach it, and then basically when you reattach it, hold shift, and then put that same piece on the other side. I've done that; it works pretty well. I'm sure there's some other tricks as well.
Well, what I do is basically I first make the middle plates for the top and the bottom, and then I do the sides. That usually helps a lot.
Right. Okay, Euro Trucker. I think sails would be good for homebrew. Sailboat racing, racing yachts, and then Skeleton says that'd be cool, but would they be animated? And then I don't know what this. Maybe jiggle bones would work. I don't know what that means, but
We can make it animate actually, so it would be like cloud physics kind of solution, and it would just catch wind.
Okay. So my question for that would be then: could you take, if you're going to make that, could you make it to where I could stick it onto the character as glider wings and be a bird and fly with cloth wings? I think that'd be epic.
You want wingsuits, eh?
I want
Well,
wingsuits, man.
I think it would work because all the mechanics are there. It's just like the visual part is just waving around. So,
Right.
but that doesn't interfere with the wing physics.
Right.
So yeah, I think you will be able to make airplanes out of the sail.
Yeah.
Technically, you could build yourself a kite.
See, look at these guys. I love it. All right.
And maybe be the kite eventually.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. Just
alright.
get in those.
Yeah, back to the. I don't know why I have this focus on like wanting to like. What's those those guys that jump off the cliffs and like use those wingsuits that go down through those canyons? I said I'd never want to do that in real life, but in your game, in
the
our
Red
game,
Bull race.
yeah,
Like them squirrels.
yeah.
Yeah, man, I totally want to do that stuff.
Will we ever see like some kind of wingsuit or something, parachute for the character, something like that?
Parasail, like in Just Cause, would just be perfect.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, I think we definitely will, because like eventually the player object itself will be changeable. So
Okay.
it would make sense that we just like open a gate to make, for example, gadgets, and people can make gadgets for the player, and then someone eventually will make a parachute or something.
All right. You're making me happy. Okay, next up, Skeleton. It's got a lot of good ideas, guys. Keep them coming. We will answer all of these. So, voice chat when multiplayer comes out, and also obviously normal chat. We ever going to add voice in game?
That depends on Steam. If Steam can do it, sure, why not? But we can't pay for servers for real time voice for everyone. So it will depend on Steam or whatever you're using. Maybe Discord can even run in game when their SDK is done. All sorts of ways.
Okay. Yeah, well, and at a minimum, when you're doing multiplayer, we will, once multiplayer goes online, we will label those multiplayer voice chat channels in Discord, and we can add an unlimited number. So, you know, if we got 20 servers, 10, whatever, we can go in and customize and name those. So, you know, if you're in Discord, just jump in one of those voice servers if you're getting on that server, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, it would be nice to have like a chat in game that's straight goes to Discord. So then we are always online, basically. We don't have to be in the same server to chat.
Right. Well, I know we're trying to. You know, I contacted them, but I got to follow up with Discord, the makers of Discord, because they are doing some customized stuff for gaming companies that have a game and that have a good sized community. So, you know, part of that I think is integration of Discord into your specific game. So, you know, hopefully we hear something back on that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Again, back to adjustable parts. We got adjustable pontoons from Skeleton.
I think those will definitely be in the game eventually.
Okay.
Like Making the parts adjustable is a bit more work. Depends on what part it is and how it adjusts. But yeah, things like the pontoon are fairly easy.
Okay.
Especially for optimization, it will help us a lot as well.
Yeah, I'd rather have like two big pontoons than like 50 small ones.
Right. So I could shrink down 2 pontoons the size of my feet and just kind of stand on them and walk on the water.
Well, now I'm gonna try that.
Okay, I don't understand this next one from Master Mash. Can you add hardware cursor boosting?
I think he means like the cursor when you're building is this icon, and I think he means like he wants this regular cursor back.
Okay.
I saw his comment in the chat earlier. He was saying something like with the low FPS, it moves really slow or something like that. Maybe he wants
Yeah.
mouse acceleration.
With the icon, what you get is like 1 frame of delay, or maybe 2 frames of delay. And if you just use the Windows standard cursor, it's like no delay at all.
Okay.
So yeah, that was actually a good suggestion because that's in my to-do list right now.
Okay.
Is to just add a setting and then so we can
Yeah.
disable it.
And I think he also mentioned mouse acceleration, which is something some people like if they have a low sensitivity mouse.
You mean mouse sensitivity setting in
Well, specifically mouse acceleration, where if you move it quickly, it goes faster, but if you move it slow, it's kind of exponential.
Ah, yeah.
Well, Skylord Crazy
That's
saying
interesting.
in the chat, oh yeah, he means the mouse lag with low FPS.
Yeah, that's also a problem if you have VSync enabled with low FPS. You're going to be a couple frames behind.
Right.
Yeah, it's not. You always are some frames behind, even if you're running 120 FPS. So in Unity, for example, I see the icon and my mouse on top of that, and the icon is never like exactly on top of my mouse.
Okay, but it's on your to-do list. This idea, you're going to be doing something with it, right? With a cursor.
Well, yeah, it will be fixed probably in the next updates.
Okay. All right. Red. This is from Finley Norris. Are we ever going to see the red engines come back?
Well, those are deprecated, so no.
Okay.
But we have the green engine.
It was actually the color he was particular about. I don't think he actually cares about the drive shaft system.
Right.
Well, yeah, we can change the color back to like nice colors instead of this green.
Yeah, he didn't like the green.
Maybe do a black and silver one. That'd be kind of awesome.
Well, eventually with the paint tool, you'll have more control as well.
Okay.
Especially if you want pink parts.
That's really what I've been dying for. I didn't want to tell anybody, but
baby blue.
You're gonna go crazy, man. It's too many combinations.
Okay, this is from Pet. What about No, this we kind of already have hydraulics, I thought, but they're saying it's hydraulics on the way. That'd be awesome. We need
hydraulics. Yeah, pistons, hydraulics. It all depends when we fix the how do you say this hinge joint system. It's kind of hard to explain, but there's a difference between a rotator and a hinge. Like this hinge is loose, and the rotator is just fixed and does whatever you want.
Okay.
So we basically need to fix that stuff, and then we can implement pistons, because pistons need hinge joints. They can't work on the current rotators and stuff.
So is that coming?
You could still make a piston that works like the rotators now. Just it's kind of like a sliding joint thing.
Oh, just a slider.
Yeah. I think a lot of people just want something that's simple that can move something up and down or forward and backward.
Oh yeah, straight up and down. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, that's an easy one actually.
Yeah, because I remember I was trying to do a periscope for my sub, but I couldn't really make one piece go up, straight and straight down. I think that'd be awesome if we could add that.
without a bunch of rotators
Right,
acting like
right.
scissors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accordion. All right, next is I like this one here. I think we've had this before. This is skeleton flares for planes with the white smoke or something. So I know we had smoke before. I don't remember. Did we have flares before?
Well, not like flares against weaponry, but we did have a smoke flare.
That's right. Yep.
We had fireworks.
Yep.
But we'll just bring the smoke flare back.
Okay. What about smoke
And like
itself?
make the actual flares when weapons are in.
Yeah. So we're gonna have the different colored smokes then again.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, good.
Maybe something extra.
Ooh, something extra. Mini pipe. No, I don't remember. Skip. Ivan the Porter says he wants a Maybach V12 for one of the future engine sounds if we get them. Okay, a Maybach V12.
That's a German tank.
Oh. Wait, he wants the whole tank?
He wants the engine sound specifically because it sounds like an absolute beast.
Oh, that was that one with the weird like clutch gear shifting thing.
Yeah.
Well, if
it made some weird noises.
if we have that engine included, we might as if you have the sound included, we might as well include the engine.
Yeah,
Maybe.
indeed. We should like make the engine and then add the sound to it.
You guys want to hear it? I got it up. I went to the link, but it's like in a tank. Hold on, here we go.
It doesn't sound like a beast to me.
We have to wait for this stream.
Yeah, look how you'll hear it.
I know.
Damn,
It's just funny.
It does sound pretty. I think it's the mufflers that make it sound like that, though.
Yeah.
You think it's a piston combustion engine in there or something else?
Are you asking me that question? Because I have no clue.
You're on a roll today, Shake.
I know.
Is this it? Is it over?
Third achievement.
No, yeah, I don't want
So
to.
if
I use it all up today, what am I going to use tomorrow? See, I don't want to get too crazy here.
Oh, you got to save some of that mojo.
Play it smart.
Okay, just
Oh
to
my
back.
God.
You guys hear it?
It's huge, man.
Looks
Just
like it's a
looked it
piston
up.
engine.
Yep. Yeah. Definitely something that we need to look into.
Like I can see trains with lower engines in that tank, like smaller engines. It's crazy.
Yeah. Should give some power there.
All right, so we got a little sound thing. Okay, let's see. I think we're getting close to the end. Mini Pop says a pipe or plate that resizes when you press a button would be pretty cool.
Yeah, you mean with the scroll wheel, for example, while you hold the button and you scroll, or?
I think he means in game.
In-game.
You link a button to it and it goes to a second state. So you set state 1 and state 2 and it just lurks between those two. That's pretty unrealistic though.
Oh, after the vehicle is baked?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's pretty
That would
unrealistic.
be weird.
I'm not sure how you do that.
Yeah, you'd have to say, like, you'd need a method to save states and then switch between them, but yeah, that's really weird.
I'll come up with some code. I'll come up with some code for it, guys, and send it to you.
Nice. Copy paste. Just drag and drop it.
Well, I assuming that's what you guys were doing, just drag and drop. Weekends here.
All day.
So that one, that sounds crazy. I don't know if we can do that one, but there is one next up when it comes to We talked about this earlier, and I'd like to see this in the future. I think a lot of people is where you actually can walk on your vehicle, like you get out of the cabin of the boat and you walk around the deck, and that's coming from FLP 123 and Euro Trucker.
Yeah, that's like the same problem mentioned before with the ladders. Like we need some way to make our own collider boxes, because if the game just like the game doesn't know what exactly it is you're trying to build, so it doesn't know what is up, down, left, or right. Um, so basically, you need to tell it what to do, and the only way to have nice collision is if we make it ourselves.
Okay.
Because like that's the problem what you have if you have like all these curved plates going on and stuff. You can't just like say collide with this stuff. It's just too detailed. You can't like collide with that stuff.
So is it totally ruled out, or is it something you guys are gonna like try to figure out if there's a way?
No, we are definitely gonna figure this out. So
Okay.
you're probably gonna have an extra tool made for collision, and then you can place some points or something, or just like drag boxes or spheres and stuff, and just put in your own colliders.
All right.
So if you have like a cockpit or an inside compartment you want to walk around in, you have to place some boxes and just make the walls. And
Is that like almost like a volume property in Unity?
but it's more like just drag, scale,
Okay.
boxes kind of thing.
I was just trying to get technical there. Sorry, guys. All right. I think next up is horns from Gave. They want horns.
That question.
Yep.
I think Dova can win some horns.
Um,
Give me
So-
a soundbox.
that's something that we have to consider if Dinmak is going to play with that.
Thanks to people like
Hurry up.
Zinmuk,
He's
we
gonna
are
build
setting to
something.
mute it.
No, but I think we've discussed this in the past, and it is something that we probably will add, though it's not the first thing on our list.
Okay.
It would be cool though if we could like determine the sound itself, so have unique sounds per vehicle.
Yep. People want these. This.
I'll be very creative with it. Don't worry.
Right.
And then hook up the logic components.
Yeah, I got a sample of what Dovikin's horn would sound. I'm going to play it right now for you guys.
All right.
There you go. I'm sure that's what Dove's would sound like. You guys will hear it in a minute.
That's not his horn, that's just himself.
Oh wow.
Can you imagine it on
That's
his
very
drums?
unrated. That sound. Thanks.
Skylord says, "What about adding a radio? You know, radio in the game where you could have a radio in your vehicle, jamming some tunes or something." I think that's what they mean.
Yeah, I think Iggy has found something interesting for this.
Okay, so this is like I'm gonna ask this question in Discord in a while. But like, how many people use the music in Steam? Because there is a music player in Steam, and we can do some very interesting things with it in code. Because we can control like playback and like next song and previous song. So we can technically make a radio part that links up to Steam. Then you just put in like your music library in Steam, and you can just play your songs for yourself. And it uses Steam to play them back.
I haven't used that in a while.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, like I was looking around at the available codes because I needed the exact URL to open the workshop. And I saw like, oh, you can actually control the music player, and you can control this and that and this and that. So it has so much functions. And I don't think I've seen any game that actually uses these things at all. Because, yeah. I really want to build this in because, for one, a lot more people will use the music player in Steam, which is always good because it's a decent music player actually. And
I hate that music player.
it's so easy.
Straight down.
It's so easy.
I
You
didn't even
got
know
your
it
answer.
existed.
Down.
Okay, Colin, you'll just get no radio part then, okay?
Yep.
Yeah, give me the special
Get
version that has no
horn.
radio part.
Especially
Jova's got the
disabled
version
on
with
his
no
end.
horn.
Yeah. Or just like whenever he presses the horn, his game crashes.
That would be marvelous.
That could be
And
easily
and
implemented
wipes
if
all
we
the
just check his
vehicles.
Steam name.
Now this next one from Euro Trucker, I gotta get you guys back on track. It says we need an engine brake. We need to stop the engine RPM going crazy. But I thought you just downshift, or I don't know if I understand.
I think he means like make so that we can make the engine less powerful. Like
Okay.
with the rocket engines, you can put the power factor on 0.1 and then
Right.
have a less of a force coming out of the thing.
Mm.
So yeah, that I think it's actually a very good idea to do that.
Okay.
Like we just limit it to like maximum 1, and then you can put it on 0.5 or 0.2.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be too overpowered.
All right, that was a great idea then. Next up is this is HB seems to revert back to its original audio while listening to music or other things. It's annoying starting up HB and its full volume again. Can I edit a file to have it always at 33%?
That's weird.
Sounds like his save file is not saving or something.
Yeah, because my audio is always around 5%, and it always loads around 5%, so
Maybe it wasn't applied, or
maybe the file just didn't save. I'll send him a message on
Yeah,
Discord.
I haven't had that issue. When I go back in the game, the audio settings are the same. Maybe he's I don't know if he's in Discord or not. Oh, he must be in Discord. This is from Discord, so maybe we'll talk to him in Discord and see if he's having some issue. All right, Mini Pop. I think we're talking multiplayer here. Wants an EMP, electromagnetic pulse. I think so. He can disable vehicles around them. Some people responded. Some people worried he could get abused. Any thoughts about that, guys? Like an EMP that has a certain radius or something as a weapon?
Well, is there actually any defense in EMP?
Yeah, EMPD. EMP defense module. I don't know. Yeah, how would you defend against that?
I'm looking it up right now.
Well,
How to defend against EMP attacks.
well,
if you had
from
a
what
vehicle
I've
with no
heard in
batteries?
real world,
Build with wood.
yeah, I know in real world they use bigger chips for things, and that seems to help on a lot of cases. But you could have like protective shielding maybe or something like that.
Or make it where they have to get really close to you to do that, and you just take them out with a air-to-air missile or something before they get to you. You know, maybe it's a close range. I mean, they'd have to do the grappling hook
could do
to
that.
get on you.
Well, we can make it like that the damage is not permanent, so it would shut down your system for like 2 seconds.
That would be cool.
And then it
actually.
jumps back on again.
Can you imagine you're like flying the jet and all of a sudden it's like and your power goes out and you start like plummeting to the earth and you're trying to regain control.
That sound effect.
Shake.
That sounds so epic.
Could you do that sound again
Yeah.
that we can record it for special effects?
By the way, to protect yourself against an EMP, all you need is a locking lid galvanized metal trash can.
Oh.
Apparently it's as easy as just wrapping it in metal.
Tinfoil paper.
There you go.
Nice.
Tinfoil hats.
Yeah, tinfoil hats.
Huh.
Okay, next, going into multiplayer again, we're talking about detachers. So I think what people are saying here is you know, if, let's say you got detachers on the vehicles and you get hit by a machine gun or rocket or something, that those detachers, when damaged, will break and that part will go sailing.
Well, if we have detachers, that's not so hard to add. It's just actually one line of code.
I just
Yeah, maybe we can add in like an option to enable or disable that property.
Well, yeah, you'd have a property that like says detach when destroyed or something, or detach when damaged.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so maybe that's a possibility in the future. I think what would happen though is, I mean, I just wouldn't use any detachers. I mean, if you didn't want your vehicle destroyed,
Yeah.
I just I wouldn't
Yo.
use.
It would be just for special effects, like
Yeah.
Dinmax. What was it? AC-130 that could lose
Yeah,
its
AC
wings.
130 with the flares and the detached
thing was
wings
awesome.
and everything.
And laggy. So
It was
Awesome,
like
laggy, and Shay could not fly it.
Nope. Shocking. All right, next one's from Cookie. And I think this is a good one because this is basically like in the tuner when you've got your modules in there where you can have like notes in there or a way to organize it so when you look at it, it just makes it look more organized and easier to find things.
so is the question if there's gonna be something to simplify it or
Well, here's
no, the ability to add notes.
yeah, small
So
notes.
you could like
add nodes, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, like little
Well,
post-it notes almost.
the tuner really needs like two major updates, and one is like make so that you don't have to weld programmable boxes. This was suggested by Colin, and then
My
the
number
other
one
one would
desired
be
update.
what about
yeah,
detachers?
and then the other upgrade would be so we can group stuff. So if we have those two, then like the tuner should be way more user friendly.
Okay. So work in
And it'd be
progress.
way more organized.
What a great idea, Colin. I'm on your side, dude.
Excellent.
Okay. This is from Skeleton. Cannons. Are we going to see cannons coming back when we get multiplayer or at some point down the road?
After multiplayer, we have weapons, so
All right.
yes.
This is from Skeleton again. A game should have Steam background, and I think Ignis, you weighed in, said trading cards as well and achievements.
Well, the thing is, in Steam, you can set backgrounds and emoticons, right?
Mm-hmm.
For those to work, you need to activate trading cards and achievements first. So we'll need to implement trading cards and achievements before we can actually have a Steam background and emoticons. That's why I said then we need trading cards.
So is that something maybe in the future might happen?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that will be so cool.
Awesome. Okay. And last but
Have like
not
the funniest achievements.
yeah. Last but not least, and then we'll turn to the chat if there's any other questions, is Skeleton says you should be able to change the beam and size of lights.
As long as there is a limit.
Yeah, we can seriously bring down FPS with that stuff online.
Yeah.
It's like you can have a lot of lights, but you can't have a lot of big lights. You need a lot of small lights, like maybe 5 meter radius.
Mm-hmm.
That will run, but like you can have like one big ass light with a range of like 50 meters, or with the same performance, you can have 10 small lights with 5 meter radius.
Okay. I have a question about lights. When I see the lights, you know, like you turn the light on, it's like I remember in Homebrew 13, you actually could see the actual part lit up, the light itself. It seems like in HB 14, you see where the light actually hits the ground, but you don't actually see the light lit up on the vehicle. Does that make any? Does anybody else see that or don't see that?
Yeah.
Can we fix
I know.
that?
I actually tried fixing it today, but it needs like another extra day for me to fully fix it. I've tried the lens flare, but lens flares aren't like good for lights on cars. They
Right.
are like only good on the sun. Um, so yeah, I'll have to like fix something up for the light beam. We used to have a light beam like when we just released. The light beam was in there, but the shader conflicted with DirectX 9, so we kind of dropped the shader out, and then now we don't have a light beam anymore.
Oh, he's also talking about the texture on the face of the light itself.
Yeah, that's like well, in HB13 that would be just like a plane on top of the light.
Right.
And what about?
Yeah, look, they stay black right now.
Yeah, it looks kind of funny a little bit. I mean, I kind of miss like when you'd have your vehicle and you turn the lights on, you actually could see that the part lit up on the vehicle, and now it looks like the light's off, but yet you can see the light on the ground.
Yeah. Well, it's like you need a light to like fully make a nice light. You need an overlay so it's actually looking like it's lit. Then you need a light beam, and then you need the actual light.
Right.
And then you can add some extra stuff, but
Skylar also says, what about a color selector of lights? So you pick the light part, and then maybe it gives you an option to actually then pick a color that light is going to be.
yeah, that's like an easy fix. So we can have a property, and then you can choose a color in there, and then have it applied to your light. So yeah, that's probably for soon.
All right. We are at the end of all the stuff we had scheduled, but we will take a couple questions here at the end and also make an announcement for you guys that we think you're going to be really happy about. And I'm also going to see. Last time I did the Steam Key giveaway, I almost wanted to cry. It was like nobody wanted one. so God, don't hurt our feelings. Especially if you've not.
Or Shay.
I know, man. Especially if you're in the chat, maybe you're new watching this, or maybe you got a friend who really, really wants this game. Put something in the chat. Is there anybody here who really wants a copy of this and is actually going to use it, or give it to a friend, and then say, man, these guys from Copybugpaste are awesome, man. They're, they got an awesome Discord community, got this awesome game, and they're even giving keys away. Who is going to be a ambassador for Homebrew Vehicle Sandbox? That's what we want. Shake doesn't. No, you're not getting a fourth key, Cookie. No.
Oh.
Get your hand out of the cookie jar.
Enough is enough, man.
Yeah. Jeez.
But he wants to be an ambassador.
Well, after 4 keys, he needs to be an ambassador. Let me tell you. So that sound right there is for Cookie. I love adding sound effects. I don't know why, I just do. I got to do that more often. I'm going to wait to see if, while I'm talking, I'm going to wait, and you guys put some stuff in the chat. You're not giving it away in Discord. We could do that. We want it outside of Discord. All right. So the big announcement, not that big, but it's big. We think it's big, is the update, the new parts, these 5 parts, the turbine engine, the passenger seat, the battery pack, the blimp, and the wing set are going to be coming out when this stream is over. Fairly soon, like right after it. Right, guys? Pretty soon?
Yep, yep.
Okay, we're going to go live with it. I will get posted in Discord and in Steam a dev update, which will list all the details of this update. But you guys get this for the weekend, so you guys can have a ton of fun building stuff. Yes, that's what I want to see, some excitement in the chat. That's better. We should have like one of those meters, like kind of goes up, like when the excitement level goes up. They need to put that in Twitch. A fan excitement meter or something.
There's probably a plugin for that.
Oh, I'm sure there is. All right, guys. Who wants a key? Let me see in the chat. I got any people in here who have not got a key yet who would like a key? And while I'm waiting for that, you guys, if you guys have anything else you want to jump in on, go for it. I'm just going to watch the chat here for a minute. You know what? They're like, we got enough keys, Shake. We don't. Maybe we'll do another. We'll do it another way or something. We've been too generous with keys, I think.
I think we need some more challenges, maybe.
Yeah. Well, we got the big one going on, but yeah, I don't know. We'll have to figure something out. We'll do something.
Maybe just like not a beauty challenge, but like a reach a minimum of this speed or a maximum of this speed using parts.
I'd love to do it. Like, did you say glider challenge or?
No.
Glider challenge includes what I meant.
Well, I'd love to do like a glider challenge where we set a solid fuel rocket with set amount of force and set amount of burn time, and then just like go as far as we can.
I was thinking the ugliest vehicle challenge. Who could make the ugliest looking?
Yeah, well, the wasp will win.
I think you already won that one, Shake.
Yeah, the wasp. Wasp.
I mean, the hate I get sometimes. I mean, I don't know how I keep my job. I mean,
because it buzzes in my ear.
I mean, sometimes I have to mute my mic because I start to tear up a little bit. I don't want you guys to hear me. That's why I don't have the camera on today, because I knew Dova and Colin, and they'd be busting my chops.
Oh, poor thing.
Let me just fix that real quick. There we go. No need to worry about sexy Dovakin anymore. He's muted. Let me just... There we go.
That was perfect.
All right, guys. You guys have anything else before we wrap this baby up?
Yeah, private message for you.
Oh, you did?
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, did I get a picture or something? Let me look in this.
Oh, no.
Should I not do it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Look at it. Look at it.
I just love
Where is it?
Oh,
Can you show it?
yeah, it's up.
Oh. Oh my god.
Oh, Chicker is beautiful.
I mean, that is. I'm actually gonna get
And this is why I love having a mute button.
Yeah, Dinbak. Don't forget he's got your pictures too.
Yeah, and I want them.
Oh, I've got lots.
But
Wait, you guys see this one coming up?
That's gonna be his horn sound.
Wait till you see this one coming up, guys. This is epic.
The one with the tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made that one. Chicker,
We got childish.
Shake the hate I got today.
Oh, hey guys!
The child does not operate.
Before we go, we did get one question on here from Skylord, and this is a weather system. Will we ever see you can just time a day? Will there be every time you could make? I think did we have it before? We have no, we didn't. Like you could change even the skybox, like make it like ominous dark clouds or fog.
Yeah.
Rainy. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. So the skybox can actually do fog and like more or less clouds and stuff, but we just like left it alone for now, because obviously we have other stuff on our to-do list. But I think eventually if we have wind, that's not far off from determining the wave height and the cloud speed, and then we can take it a little step farther and add fogginess,
Right.
and then we have kind of a closed weather system.
Okay.
So we just like play with the wind and the fog, and then all the rest just follows along.
Rain and snow.
Snow is probably gonna be for last because we need some extra space in the world to actually make a place for snow.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, definitely rain before snow, and definitely like a storm before rain.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay, guys, I think the stream is going downhill quick.
No comments.
And just so you guys know, this probably will be my last stream because I think I don't know if you guys know it, but Fizikov's like the business guy. He's kind of like my point of contact. So if you don't hear from Shake again after the stream, you guys know why. The image was not approved by Mr. Fizikov.
Oh, they'll hear
That's
from
why
you.
it's on the screen right now.
Don't worry, Shake. Dale will hear from you.
Wait, what's funny is
Expect a lawyer.
Wait, no, look at his face. Fizikov, he almost looks disgusted. Like he's like, what is he doing?
Just kill me now.
I can't wait. For
Nah.
All
He
right.
doesn't want to wave.
No.
I'm kind of.
And the look I got's like, what is this thing on my lap? What is it? All right, guys. All right, hey guys, we're gonna wrap this up.
That's a work of art.
Oh geez, that was fun. I love that. I love Fridays and a good laugh. Holy cow, we got a lot of people in the voice. I'm looking at Discord right now. Let me get rid of the beautiful image here. But on the screen, you could see it especially if you don't know much about our. I mean, it's just like there's. Well, I'm just gonna do a shout out. We got Colin, Cookie, Gunnup, Igneous, Mark Sputnik, Master Mash, Nevada, Fizikov, Sexy Dovakin, Shake and Bake, and Squash. Hope you guys
I'm
go ahead.
I'm going to change my name to Leprechaun from now on.
Lappy.
Oh yeah, of course. But I think
Still have the bag of gold, man.
Oh, but I still think that Denmark should change his name to Worm or Larvae or something like that.
I will hatch one day.
All right, guys. On behalf of Copybugpaste and Homebrew Vehicle Sandbox.
There it is again.
Well, that thing is like a virus.
It will spread throughout the world.
I'm gonna wrap it up, but the funniest thing is when I put this on Facebook, it like in like 20 minutes has surpassed every other post on there. Oh my god! More
So this is going to haunt me for the rest of my life.
Yes, it
At
will.
his latest death ceremony, the picture will be.
I'll be standing there.
At the wedding.
Put it on my ticker finger.
Okay, guys. Thanks again so much. Thank you guys all that were on the stream. Devs, thank you so much for doing this, and we'll be back next Friday for another stream. And enjoy the parts over the weekend, guys. And I will be scheduling a stream probably sometime during the week next week where I'll just go on like I did before and show a bunch of vehicles. And you guys are more than welcome to join me in the voice channel here in Discord. Have a great weekend, everybody. You guys want to say goodbye?
See ya.
Yes, indeed.
Jake's still talking to himself.